wow, this is perfect. All right, we are gathered here today to talk about my life, talking about school. Let's get right into it, I guess. For everybody, school sucks, right? Nobody likes school. Name one person that likes school, because I'll wait. So usually when you're like going to school, you're probably just like, oh, whatever, school, you know? But you're not supposed to hate school to the point where you literally don't want to go. And I'm not talking about, because, like, you know, some kids are like, I don't want to go to school today, you know? But I'm not talking about that. I'm talking about, like, being so upset at, like, the environment of the school that you just don't want to go. And I've gotten to that point. I don't know if you guys know me personally, but if you do, you would know that I switched schools this year. So I used to be going to a different school, and now I'm going to a new school, and I switched schools, and I was like excited, as I think most people would be. I mean, going to a new school, making new friends, being introduced as like a whole new person, that's cool, that's fun, love that for me, you know. And I was nervous, but I thought, you know, people might like me. Maybe. Spoiler alert, they don't like me. That's why we're here. You know, I was excited. I was like, let me show these people how I do my thing, and maybe they'll like what I do and want to be friends with me, you know. So I go in and I'm just like, yeah, this is me, hello. And I did not get a pleasant response back, you know. I will not be using names of the school, and I will not be using names of people, so don't ask. But I know that they're gonna see this, and I know that they're gonna ask me to remove this, and just so you know, right now, said it blatantly, I'm not removing this video. People need to know what I'm going through, because the school's not doing anything. So maybe this video would kind of, I don't know, push people to help me out, because I am not happy where I am. So I'll keep you guys posted. If you add me on Snapchat, I'll put it like around here somewhere, and on Instagram here somewhere. But yeah, like, okay, so let me get into the situation. So the situation was, I moved. I was not supposed to move to the town that I'm in right now. I was supposed to go somewhere else. But our situations with where we were moving and all that got pretty bad, and we had to move like that so quick. Yeah, I moved. We moved to this new place that I was really not supposed to be in, but it was like temporary. So my mom was like, it's fine, you're a good girl, you'll be friends and make friends and stuff. And I was like, all right, you know what, sometimes you can't control what your life comes to, because I'm 15. So we moved, and meanwhile I used to have this friend, and she moved with us. And of course, because she was my friend, I was like, oh my god, like, I'm gonna be starting this new school with my friend, and everything's gonna be okay. We knew each other since like 5th grade, we'll be fine, blah blah blah. And so that happened. So then mind you, like, in the summertime, for whatever reason, me and this girl were having constant fights, like very constant. Like, we usually fought a lot, but like this time it was just like every other day type of fighting, you know. So we fought a lot, on and off, you know, type of friendship. Like, some days we'll be like, yeah, I love you, and another day we'll be like, you know, like, we're just on and off. So so yeah, like, I was just like really upset, like, so we were like on and off friends and stuff. And one summer we got into one of these arguments because she did something with Kenny and blah 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 blah, sent pictures, I don't know, we won't get into that. But so like, ever since that situation happened, it kind of hurt me, and we were like not that close ever since then. But we started getting closer in the summer, and then we like went in and out of friendship. And so one day we were talking, and she was just like, oh, because I posted something online, and I was just like, chubby guys matter or some shit, you know, like body positivity all the way. And she stood up and she was like, chubby boys have health issues. And I was just like, who asked you? You know, like, don't, if I'm posting for like body positivity, don't come in and be like, you know, like try to make it all negative. So I was just obviously upset. And I told Kenny, I was just like, listen, she's saying this. And she was saying like, oh, Kenny's fat and stuff like that. Like, no, you don't do that. So I was telling him, I was just like, listen, she did this. And we got into a whole big fight, me and this girl. And we just stopped talking at that point, and we were like, whatever, I don't care. I was like, you're gonna call Kenny fat, goodbye, you know, like. So we stopped talking, and then she was just like talking to her friend, sending like very shady Snapchat streak stuff, and I was just like, whatever. And so I told Kenny, and I was just like, look at what she's doing. And he was like, oh, that hoe, like, I can't believe she would do something like that and say something like that. We were both upset, and so that's what happened. That's like some backstory. So basically, fast forward into like maybe the end of summer, we became friends again. Why, you're probably thinking, and I couldn't tell you, to be honest, but I'm a nice person. I give people chances, so I did. And we became friends again. And then she invited me to a birthday, or not a birthday, it was like a little barbecue type thing for like the start of like, I'm sorry, I live by a busy road. But yeah, for like the start of school year and stuff. So I went, and we were just like getting along pretty well, like what we used to do. We were taking pictures, we were having a blast, everything was a-okay. That night it was getting late, and I was like, Mom, can I sleep over? And my mom was like, whatever, go ahead. So I slept over, and apparently that night she checked my phone, went through my phone text messages. Mind you, I never gave her permission, and she doesn't have her thumbprint. My password to my phone was Kenny's birthday, so she probably kind of just like whoop-a-doo-doo, you know. So she went through my phone and found those messages of Kenny calling her a hoe, and I guess she got mad but didn't say anything, so I didn't think of anything of it. A month later, she was just like, hey Kai, do you want to go to the park with me? And I was like, oh no, sorry, I'm busy with Kenny, we're running errands and stuff. And she was like, oh, Kenny doesn't look like the type to go to the park anyway. Like, bitch, you know, what? You can't say that. So obviously I was upset, and I was just like, excuse you, like, who do you think you are? Don't say stuff like that. You're like being completely so rude. And she was like, do you say anything about me with Kenny behind my back? And I was like, no, because I forgot the conversation happened. So I was just like, no. She was like, you don't even call me a hoe. So next thing you know, I go to her house, blah blah, we talk it out. She's like, oh yeah, we're good. And then she blocks me on Instagram, and I thought, all right, that's the end of it, whatever. She blocked me, her mom blocked me, her sister blocked me. I was like, okay, fine, cool, don't need you, fine, we're good. And then, so, you know, it was kind of weird being a new student and having friends and then not being friends with them anymore. It was like a little weird, but I was okay. I mean, we had like mutual friends, so I was kind of talking to the mutual friends. For the most part, we kept our drama out of it. I'm sorry, my bangs are like really bothering me. But for the most part, we kept the drama out of it. And we're just like, you know, we're not going to be friends. We're not going to be friends. We won't let that get between our friendship. But eventually it did. So next thing you know, I was not in school one day, and this kid, which I will not say his name, but he texted me, and he was like, oh, like, there's this rumor going around that you're a witch. And I was just like, what are you talking about? Like, are you serious? And then he was like, yeah, your ex-best friend and her minion. Hi, this is me editing, and I just wanted to add it in that Minion is me and the girl's mutual friend, or used to be, and she has a YouTube channel, and her motto is peace and love and happiness and be judge free. Like, you were the one that started the rumor with her, and you even admit to me like that in a class trip. You literally said straight to my face, I can't believe the Salem witch trials happened, and that was before the rumor got out. So come again with your peace, love, and positivity, because I think the fuck not. Created it, and we're going around telling you people that you were a witch and that you were dangerous and you cast spells on people and not to be your friend. And I was just like, ooh, she went there, you know, like, that's, I get it if you don't want your friend to be friends with me, because I wouldn't want to be friends with anybody who's friends with you, you know. But to go around saying that to the whole school is just like, are you serious? You know her intentions were to isolate me, and that's exactly what she did, because after that, no one in the school talked to me. Nobody wanted to be friends with me. Offered this girl a pencil, she's denied, yet took a pencil from another person. People asked for gum and I would give them gum and they'll just deny it. Like, so, you know, people giving me dirty looks saying, oh, she's goth, blah blah blah. My style shouldn't matter of the type of person I am. And for the whole school to just listen to what she says, no proof whatsoever, and it's like, oh, she's a witch, alright. Even if I was a witch, because, you know, there is Wicca and stuff. Even because I looked into that and I study it sometimes because I like it and I like the way it works. Even if I was to practice Wicca, the fact that she used that against me, a religion against me, it's like, that's like if I'm like, oh, you're Catholic, blah blah blah, that must mean you're a homophobe. Like, you don't do that, you know. Like, that's just not, it's inhumane. It's like, her reasoning was obviously supposed to be evil and negative, so I was just like, you know, what do I do? So I told my mom, and my mom was, let me say, furious. She was just like, I can't believe that said that, blah blah blah, like, oh my god, are you okay, and I was not okay. I was pretty depressed, and I was just like, you know, a new school, lost my chance of having friends and stuff. So next thing you know, I take it to the school, and the school didn't do anything. Let me put it like that. Not lightly. We're gonna go straight to facts. They did not do anything. They filed a HIB report, which is harassment, imitation, bullying. They filed a HIB report, and I went there and I was just like, I'm so upset. She keeps giving me dirty looks. Her boyfriend's giving me dirty looks. These people are mentioning the Salem witch trials. Like, are you serious? And long story short, they denied the case as a HIB report, meaning that they were saying that there was no bullying there. And it's just like, wow, all right, she won then, right? So needless to say, I'm very upset, and I've been very depressed lately. I haven't been active on YouTube. There's a plus. Grades have been up here and now they're like down to the ground. I don't know, I'm just like I'm like speechless, to say the least, of how a person that I used to know can like do so much harm to me and get away with it, you know? Like, I'm just like shocked. I'm just like, how, you know? And I'll go to the hit person, I'm just like, hey, you know, this is bothering me, can you maybe give her a consequence? And then he tells me, do you think that maybe you did something? Let's see, let me think. So me going to the privacy of my own phone to rant about someone because I was upset, that's wrong, right? But a person to go and attack me personally and telling people that I'm a witch so that way they're not friends with me, that's totally okay. You know, like, there's just things that are just like, so like, what? And my mom, my dad, everybody, they've been reaching out to the school, my therapist, saying she has anxiety, this is how she is. And by you doing this and proving to her that her opinions don't matter, you know, schools are always like, my doors are wide open, but like when people walk in, they're just like, yeah, your case invalid, you know? It's just very hurtful, and I don't want to make this video to make it be like, oh, give me sympathy. In fact, I do want attention for this video because I want more people to see the inside scoop of how schools are, like saying how they always send emails like, my door's open, you can talk to me about anything. And then students go and talk and they're like, yeah, your case was invalid and you just oh well, you know, they're basically saying oh well. And you know, the HIB got done. It was like, you know, whatever, your case was invalid. And I was like, Mom, my case is invalid, and she is gonna take it to her own level, do whatever she needs to do. But I really have no words to describe like how alone I feel in that school. The HIB person came and did like an evaluation, just like, oh, this, you know, to check on me, and even I felt harassed by him. Like, you know, he was just being very intimidating, and he was just like, oh, do you think this is your fault? And then he was saying how everybody was losers and that no one's ever happy with the outcome. It's just like, yeah, because you're taking what I'm telling you, all these personal things that I'm telling you how I'm feeling, and you're just like, oh, you feel like that? Oh, I'm sorry. Well, I guess you gotta handle it on your own, you know? Like, you don't do that to students at all. And I just, like, I'm really hurt about the situation. And, you know, I'm like, I'll say it straight up, I'm scared to go to school. I don't know what else she can say, because she knows a lot about me. There's a lot of traumatic experiences that I've had. For all you know, she can go back and tell people the traumatic experiences. Like, you know, I don't know what she has planned next, and I know her as a person will not stop until she gets what she wants, and what she wants is probably for me to feel completely isolated. And I'll tell you right now she's winning, because I do feel isolated. I feel unsafe in school, and I am just so upset and depressed. I don't really know what else to say about that. Like, I have panic attacks in school. I am so scared to go to school. I cry all the time about it. You can ask any of my friends. I talk to my friend Vadim a lot. He's in my old school. Juliana, my other friend, she knows like how hurt I am. Kenny especially, he knows because he sees it every day. And I don't know what else to do. I mean, luckily for me, have a good enough mental health where I'm not gonna go and hurt myself or hurt others or anything like that. But at the same time, it's just like, what else can I do? There's like, I can't go to the school because they don't do anything. I mean, I see my therapist once a week, but that's about it. There's like nothing else. I feel trapped, and I feel like I can't escape the nightmare that I'm living in right now. So if you have any questions about my story and what I'm going through right now, please let me know. You can text me on, DM me on Instagram or something. I'll probably answer most likely, because I spend a lot of time on my phone because I don't really talk to people in school anyway. So please, I don't know, if you like videos, I guess you could check me out if you think I'm cool. I don't know. Like I said, this is not a pity video, not a pity party, not for you to feel bad for me. This is a serious issue that I'm going through. This is more of an awareness type of video, like a PSA. So I hope you like understand my point of view and my story, and I hope you learn something from this. Like, if you're a teacher watching this, I hope you learned that if you see a student upset or like just not really trying much anymore, that you go and talk to them and make sure that they're okay. If you're an other student and you see someone sitting alone, or you just see them upset and not really trying anymore, then I hope you go and talk to them and make sure everything's all right. Because if I'm being completely honest, not everything is always okay. There's a lot of kids that are like suffering like me, and it's like, it's not even physical bullying. It's more like just like the little things, you know, just like that pencil or that gum, or people looking at you weird, or it's just little things that really affect me. People not even talk to me. It's like, before the situation, all these people were like, oh, you're a new girl, where did you come from? Now it's just like, oh, look at her, like, oh well, you know. It's just, I don't really know what much else to do. I'm just kind of faking it till I make it, I guess you could say. So it's my story. Let me know if you have similar stories like the one I'm going through, and maybe we can help each other out and be there for each other, because, you know, sometimes schools aren't. So